Hey everyone out there in the comic book world, welcome back to Comic Book Corner. That's right, guys, and you're with me, Mike Spider Slayer. We're getting ready to do another comic book review. Guys, this is another great title that Marvel now has to offer. I'm telling you, Marvel's doing it right. They have a lot of great quality titles out there, and this book is Indestructible Hulk issue number 3. This book was nearly perfect. Not perfect, but nearly perfect. And I'll tell you why. Okay. First off, this book is done by Mark Waid, who has done a marvelous job on these first 3 issues. Storytelling wise, it has been so good. It's so nice and refreshing to see Hulk in a whole new way. Basically, seeing Bruce Banner going out there and actually doing some good for his country instead of worrying about him getting rid of the Hulk, which we've seen for years, and just lame stories from the Green Machine himself. But now, in this issue, you get to see the story developing a little bit more, which is nice. And first off, Linnell Yu, his artwork is pretty solid in this issue, and I actually think he has improved as the issues have gone on, especially in his Hulk with his Hulk drawings and facial expressions as well. But this cover is pretty cool. You see Hulk in some armor, and you see him battling this big gigantic robot, which I think is so freaking badass. The AR in this book is actually pretty good, like the one page I think that I saw in it. But it has Mark Waid actually talking in it, and he's actually describing what's going to be in the future for this particular series. And one of those things was that the Hulk is going to be battling some of the fiercest villains that he's ever fought before. They're going to be stronger, they're going to be bigger, they're going to be worth his while, not no challenge second rate villains. They're going to go all out there, and they're going to give him a tough battle. But in this issue, we get to see the story build. And last issue, we had to see Tony Stark and Bruce Banner basically battle each other, but they wound up respecting each other as equals, and that's how it ended up. In this particular issue, we see now the development of Bruce Banner and basically how he's going to work with S.H.I.E.L.D. And you can see Maria Hill here is actually interviewing candidates to actually work with Bruce. And it's really cool because she goes through these candidates, and it's just like she's describing the Hulk, and and she's saying, "Oh, you're not intimidated by this," and people are like, "No, I've had a chance to work for AIM, and I've had people wanted to work for this," and she has these 5 people basically that are going to be possible candidates or working for Bruce Banner. So that was the introduction to the book that you got to see in here. As the issue goes on, you see people coming to capture this scientist. His name is Professor Burke, and they come and they knock on his door. They knock on his door, and they're just like ba 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 ba, and they capture him, and they put this helmet on his head, and he's basically being kidnapped. Then all of a sudden, you have S.H.I.E.L.D. agents coming through, and they're breaking through, and they look like stormtroopers or something like that, and getting ready to battle these guys who are actually with AIM. And well, let's just say that they kind of fail miserably. What's cool is like you get to see these big technological guns that come out. Like I remember, certain things in the 90s or in the 80s with comics, they had big machine guns or big laser guns. Well, here's a page for you that kind of reminded me of that. And I was like, dude, that's badass right there. I'm like, that's kick ass. So basically, these characters here basically just take care of all the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and what's it called? They take care of these shield agents, and um, they go to this Devil's Mouth, South Pacific or whatever, and what happens now is they go to this old guy, and I'm not even sure what it is, but I forgot his name, and they uncover him, and they found out that it's not this Dr. Burke. It's not that at all, actually, and it's what's it called? It's Bruce Banner, who turns into the Hulk, and you see him changing right now, and he makes this thing, and he sits there and he goes, now that the tranquilizers are wearing off and the adrenaline's kicking in, he's like, I'm enjoying this, and he changes into the Hulk. He's like, and it's pretty cool. And basically, it was all a setup. Shield took the Dr. Burke and everything else, and it was pretty neat. Freaking AIM soldiers try to take out the Hulk. It's not even funny. Like, look how massive he is. They start shooting machine guns and all this stuff, which is good. And good to see all that. How there's no match for him. But then this dude sits there and goes, "Do we have the 5? Do we have we don't have the 5. We have 4, but I can be the 5th." And they go, and Shield is trying to stop them to get to this thing wherever they're going to, and the next thing we see is that he's putting on this helmet. He's going in this machine, and the next thing is they found that they couldn't stop them from starting Quintronic, which is this big, huge ass, gigantic robot. And you're like, damn, man, this freaking thing is huge. But it's funny because it's all based off of brain waves and people that are dead corpses and stuff, and the only human guy in there is that old guy, But let's just say, like, there wasn't much challenge in here, and this was the one thing that I didn't like about the issue. Like, we spent all this time investing into the issue about getting into the Quintronic thing, and then, like, Hulk just makes no time. Like, there's no time wasted in this battle. There's a punch, he falls into lava. You think the Hulk is dead at one point, and next thing you see is he comes out of the lava, and he's like, ah, he's like, holy shit. And he defeats the old guy, and I guess the Quintronic is gone. And you're just like, oh man, but the Hulk is all burnt up, he's all messed up, and it's pretty crazy, but he heals within 24 hours. Maria Hill visits him in the hospital, and she talks about that new team that's joining him, that's going to be, working with him and things like that. Then she finds out that there's going to be this 5th member of the team, and this 5th member is, what's his name, is Rob. His name is Rob. And it's called Recording Observation Bot. So Shield can keep tabs on Bruce Banner and the Incredible Hulk and the staff that she just hired, and Bruce Banner just is like, no, that's unacceptable. And she's like, no, we got no choice. That's the rules. That's what you have to follow. And you're like, man. And it's just like, she goes, I have an international law enforcement agency to run. She's like, you boys should get to know each other. You'll be spending a lot together. And then you see, like, the little robot's face. There's his little face right there, and you go up a panel. Smash! He turns into the Hulk and smashes against the wall. And then it says, next ROB 2.0, which is Rob 2.0, which means make a fucking version 2.0 on that robot, and that's how it ends. And then here is your picture here for the next one. So really super cool. Totally enjoyed this issue. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 though, however, just because, like, you get this build up for this main excitement, this battle with this big Quintronic robot, and it was like one punch and it's over, But the main story here is the development of Bruce Banner, his team, and Rob the robot, and things like that. So But yeah, it was a 4 out of 5. The art is solid. The Hulk is drawn beautifully, and the writing Mark Waid is just doing is just great stuff. So guys, tell me what you thought about this issue if you read it. And again, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. And that's all I have for you tonight, guys. So this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. And thanks for watching Comic Book Corner. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.